You got your global body cam running? You know what I mean? The global one?
Yeah, I do.
Alright.
It's almost always running in city, man. Always.
Yeah, I just made up another, I got a new one, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's like the other one, well, my first one that I used years ago, it broke. It's no longer existent.
Oh, how do this /E. Fucking hell.
You ever have someone fill an interview?
I think one person has, and that's about it.
Right?
Yeah, it's very rare. Anyways, you can take a seat right there if you want. You can, third eye muscle.
Oh, really? I was about to just sit in midair. Oh, God. Don't shoot me.
Oh. Alright, man. I'm about to start your interview here in a second. Sorry, I was making sure I had everything ready for taking down your answers to questions so I can show them to the chief later and
yeah,
we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Alright, man. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
I am a sergeant in one city, an O2 in another, and an O3 in another.
Alright.
I work in other cities, but I mean, I want to put my main priority in this city. I've heard it needs help. They need LSPD, I heard.
Yeah, we do. We always need new members, to be honest.
I'm very educated, done a lot of stuff. Been a cop for a good amount of time, you know?
Alright, what's your opinion on 10 codes?
10 codes? I mean, it keeps RTO clear, if you know what I mean. It's short, fast, and clear, so if someone else needs to use radio, it's ready.
Alright.
You know?
Oh, good answers. Let's see here. So you're clearly able to do body cam then?
Yep.
Alright, man. Then we're going to move on to...
I got it running 24/7.
Alright, cool. We're going to move into the scenario questions.
Alright.
These are probably going to be really, really basic for you, I guess.
I mean, there's only so many scenarios that happen in these cities, if you know what I mean. The cities that I'm in, like, most of our scenarios result in shootings or in 80s and 70s. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
It's going to be weird not using TIN codes, though. I will say that. I heard you guys don't use them.
Sometimes we use them, sometimes we don't. It depends.
Okay.
Yeah. It depends on the officer, really. Like, I like 10 codes, but that's me.
Yeah, but if I need backup and I say I need 1032s, 3 and something like that, you know, I might not get none because none of them know what that means.
No. So everybody is required, like, it's part of our SOPs that we have to learn 10 codes. Now, we have a couple, like, I think we have 2 officers that like to just do regular speak. And they know 10 codes, they just don't like using them. So I just kind of let them do it. All right, so your first question is going to be, you're on patrol and you see a car speeding down the road and attempt to pull them over, and upon pulling them over is your grandma. What do you do?
There's no exceptions. You still give them a ticket or a warning, depending on what speed they were going, is dependent on what you would give them.
All right. You get your second question is going to be, you get a call to Fleeka Bank, and there's 3 suspects inside, 1 hostage. You're the first person to arrive on the scene. How do you handle it? Nobody else is there yet.
So I called in basically if it hasn't been called in, and I call, all units that can go to the scene that are available, you know, and I think we should have the highest, um, the most experience or the highest in command that is in town try to do the negotiating, or the one that is best at negotiating do the negotiating.
Okay, okay.
And whatever, I mean, this is in this scenario if it is cleared, maybe set up a spike and follow the demands only if they are reasonable.
All right, let me.
Anything we can do to keep the hostage safe.
Yep. All right, that's a pretty good answer, actually, to be honest.
The
So,
hostage would be our main priority.
yes, sir. Third question is going to be: you're in a 1080 or vehicle pursuit with the same subject from that Fleeca Bank, and you get so you have two suspects in the car in front of you, and then you had one go off on it by himself, basically in a different car, and you're attached to one, and then you and one unit is attached to one, and then you have the other unit that went for the other one. So the solo, you get basically a officer down call for that unit. How do you proceed?
Oh wow, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever encountered one of those scenarios. So basically, the one that's on the single unit officer is down, right?
Yes. But
Ooh,
you have yourself and the secondary on the double vehicle where there's two suspects inside.
And do we have the double vehicle pulled over, or is there still chase going?
You guys are still chasing them.
Ooh.
So you're still in the middle of the same priority call.
Yeah, because it's a tough question, because it's either let the suspect go, or obviously the officer is our main priority, but is an officer of the law, so we can't just sacrifice one of our men just to catch two scumbags,
No, but if let's say you have two vehicles on your pursuit, right? What's
Yeah.
the harm of having one detached
I
to go
thought you were
help?
saying someone was with me in my vehicle.
No,
Yeah,
no. So
I'm gonna
you get
have
two
one
vehicles on
break
your
off.
side. Yeah, you got two vehicles
I
on
will
your
have
side.
one break off and go take care of that officer and try to keep everything control in that first pursuit until they are available again to help me out with it. Or if I need to, it obviously be a code 5 stop.
All right. So let's
When I get
say.
pulled over, I'd call a unit in.
Let me think of this last one. This one's going to be a little bit tougher. Because that one was tough, but I got some good ones we don't use usually.
Is this because I'm experienced?
Yes. I have an experienced playbook and a non-experienced playbook, basically.
Oh yeah, I see how it is.
Well, you got to make sure you get the good answers from everybody and see how far their
You
experience.
got to make sure they're not lying about the experience. I get it.
Yeah. How do I form that question?
Yeah, I've had I'm like I said, I'm an OT, so I mean I've talked to people that want a job. Obviously, I'm always there during training, because I'd be a high command, and I don't know if I'd be FDO. I think I still am, but basically I'm always there for the training to oversee it and stuff like that.
All right. So you get a shots fired call in the south end, and it's 10 shot fires call in the same area. And you hear EMS come over the radio saying they're going to respond to what seemed to be a downed individual. And then as you decide to go down there with maybe 3 other units behind you, and you guys arrive down the block from Grove Street, kind of where not the pink guy is, but the warehouse is, where you can buy all the stuff. You guys arrive around that area.
The Mega Mall?
Yeah, the Mega Mall. Sorry, I could not remember what we call it. So you guys arrive at the Mega Mall, and you still hear shooting and fighting on Grove Street. How do you proceed? How would you address that with the 3 other units you brought down there with you?
Honestly, I would probably have a unit stick with the paramedics to watch over them and make sure everything's clear, and I'd have a couple units probably investigate what's going on. And depending on what's going on would depend what we do after that.
Okay, that's actually
Because we got to keep our paramedics safe.
That's very true. That's why I was let's throw in a wrench. Well, we got paramedics trying to get to the down people.
Yeah, because I would leave one unit with the parent, 2 units investigate the current shots being fired.
All right.
Because that way, that person, because they're going towards the shots fired, that person would have someone covering them if they get in a shootout. And depending on what can happen, they can call for additional.
Yes,
That person's got someone covering the other person.
Well, I like all your answers so far. Give us like 1 to 2 days, and we'll get back to you with an answer. Even though I'm pretty sure it'll be yes, but
All right.
yeah, just give us 1 to 2 days so that the chief can look the body cam over I just took, and then we can discuss it in our command chat with everybody and get it taken care of. All right, man?
All right.
So I'll reach out to you again in email.
How do I get it out?
You could, yep, do that, and then third eye it one more time.
What do you mean 30 out?
Yeah, you got the third eye one more time. Otherwise, it's gonna bug out if you sit down somewhere else like that.
Oh, it'll teleport me here.
Yeah, and then you'll be stuck.
All right. Hold on.